Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be discussing why do dogs bury their bones or food. Burying is described as the disposal and or depositing of something into the earth, something that is hidden underground. Dogs like to bury things. Sometimes that means finding a bone or a toy under a fresh pile of dirt in your backyard, or sometimes it may mean discovering the TV remote has all of a sudden disappeared. These things may seem different, but they are all really signs of the same thing. Your dog's natural instinct is to bury that which they perceive as valuable. Generations ago, when dogs roamed the wild in packs, they had to hunt for their food. Hunting is pretty much like waking up and going to your job. It takes a lot of time and energy out of your day. And the wild dogs, when they had finally caught or killed their prey, they not only had to exert a lot of energy during the hunt, but as soon as they managed to catch an animal, other predators and scavengers would be after it if they smelled the meat. And on the odd occasion where a hunt had gone too well and there was a surplus of supply laying around, the solution to both these problems, both predators and excess, was to bury their food. Also, sometimes in this video, I'll be sharing facts about other animals that bury their food similar to our canine companions. So stay tuned. 5 reasons why your dog may be burying his bone or food. Reason number 1 is instinct. This behavior may have developed due to strong survival instinct inherited from the domestic dog's wild ancestors, the grey wolf. Food was not always the easiest to come by. These wild dogs would have to often bury their excess in the ground near their dens. The soil acts as a natural refrigerator by keeping the meal away from direct sunlight. The temperature of the hole decreases with the depth of the digging, keeping the food fresher for a longer period of times, and the dogs can retrieve it later when nourishment is scarce. Humans during the Paleolithic era practiced similar food preservation through what is known as drying and fermenting, also encasing food in some sort of bag and burying it as well. Number 2 would be your boredom or games. Dogs need stimulation and outlets for their energy every day, and when humans do not provide it for them, they will find their own way to occupy themselves. If your dog is bored, lonely, or simply want to get your attention, it's not uncommon for them to bury things to get you to play with them. Often, these stolen items will be shiny like jewelry or watches, or objects they know are valuable to you. Like when you're sitting on the couch holding the TV remote, or how you always like to wear your favorite shoes before leaving the house. Those are the items that may go missing. Our third reason will be because of protection or possessiveness. Another reason your dog may be burying items, this time their own toys and frisbees, could be due to other pets in the household. Similar to preserving food for a later time, some dogs are simply more possessive than others, especially if they are in a multi-pet household. They may opt to hide their favorite prized possession under the dirt in your backyard, tangled in your blanket or under your bed, or even in the crevices of your sofa. This is comparable behavior to how teenagers keep their video games safe in their rooms, locking and hiding their stuff away from the rest of the house. This is due to certain dogs' behavior of keeping their toys, and not letting others play with them. Now let's take a look at other animals that hide and bury their food like our canine friends. The number 1, we're going to be looking at the squirrels. Squirrels pretend to bury their nuts and acorns from thieves and other scavengers. Researchers recorded that squirrels hide their food when they are being watched. While similar strategies have previously been observed in other animal species, this is the first time it has been recorded by scientists in rodents. Gray squirrels create numerous stores, especially when food is scarce, by creating shallow pits with their paws, pushing items in with their mouth, and filling the holes in with debris. They sometimes place leaves and other vegetation on top to further hide the sites. The whole process normally takes less than a minute. So if you are watching a squirrel eat or catch their food, or if they perceive that other animals are watching them, there's a high chance that the squirrel will dig under the ground and hide its food for another time. And another animal we'll be looking at is the American bobcat. The North American bobcat also exhibits this protective measure, covering the remains of its kill with debris to hide from other animals. It all comes down to a cat's survival. In the wild, a cat may attempt to bury or cover any uneaten food in order to avoid attracting any predators to the area. It is also an attempt to not only alert other potential prey that a feline hunter is in the vicinity. Cats are not scavengers, so they don't bury their food to consume later. It's strictly for protection purposes and to keep their territory away from other animals. Back to our list of why dogs bury their food and bones is because of anxiety. Stress and anxiety can play a part in this behavior as well. Some dogs that are feeling anxious may bury items to calm themselves, since digging is a self-soothing behavior. Some dogs may bury food and treats due to negative experiences in their past. Pups from backyard breeding and hoarding situations usually have these behaviors. This generally indicates that the dog does not feel safe at the moment or in the area they are fed in. Therefore, they bury their food to eat in a more comfortable time or place. And number 5, why dogs bury their food and burn is because of breeds. There are several breeds that are more predispositioned to digging and burying than others. A few of these breeds are the Terriers, Dachshunds, Beagle, Basset Hounds, and Miniature Schnauzers. For instance, were originally bred to chase and hunt small game, and they have maintained their excellent digging skills and their instinct to search. This is a normal behavior and could be something they enjoy doing without any implication of stress, boredom, or possessiveness. So there you go, the top 5 reasons why your dog may be burying and hiding his bones or food from others because of their breed, anxiety, boredom, possessiveness, or your dog's natural instinct to hide what's valuable to him from others.